The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. Summary. Are you exhausted trying to manage everyone's opinion of you? Frustrated when people don't act the way you think they should? Wasting energy worrying about things you simply cannot control? There's a simple yet profoundly liberating mindset shift popularized by the incredible Mel Robbins called the Let Them Theory. It's a tool to help you reclaim your peace and energy instantly. Today we're unpacking Mel Robbins' powerful Let Them Theory. Mel Robbins, known worldwide as a motivational speaker, author, and podcast host, offers this practical advice not from a complex book, but as a go-to mental tool. The theory is incredibly simple on the surface. It boils down to this. Whenever you find yourself stressing, worrying, or trying to control something outside of your control, specifically what other people think, say, or do, you need to pause and silently tell yourself, let them. It sounds almost too easy, but understanding why it works and where to apply it can be a game changer for your mental well-being. Core explanation. Now, let's explore what this really means and why it's so effective.
Brainy Bytes.
Number 1. What let them really means. At its core, let them is about radical acceptance of reality. Specifically, the reality that you cannot control other people's feelings, opinions, choices, or actions. When you notice that internal tension rising because someone isn't behaving as you wish they would, you apply the phrase. For example, if someone misunderstands you, let them. If people are gossiping about you, let them. If someone doesn't like you, let them. If your friend makes a choice you wouldn't, let them. If you weren't invited to that party, let them not invite you. If your coworker does a task differently, let them. If people judge your life choices, let them. It's about releasing the urge to manage, correct, or control their experience or their perception of you. Number 2. Why this theory is so powerful. The magic of let them lies in several psychological shifts. First, it detaches your ego. It stops you from tying your self-worth to what others think or do. Their actions are about them, not a reflection of your value. Second, it conserves your energy. Trying to control the uncontrollable is exhausting. Let them stops you from wasting precious mental and emotional energy on battles you can't win. Third, it fosters acceptance. It helps you accept reality as it is, rather than fighting against it. This dramatically reduces internal conflict and suffering. And fourth, it redirects your focus. It immediately shifts your focus away from others and back to the only thing you truly control: your own thoughts, feelings, actions, and reactions. Number 3. Where to apply. Let them. This tool is incredibly versatile. Use it when you feel the urge to control or feel stressed about things like gossip or rumors about you. People's judgments of your appearance, career, or life choices. Family members making decisions you disagree with, as long as those decisions don't directly harm you. Being excluded or not invited. Someone having a negative or incorrect opinion of you. How others choose to live their lives. Or even colleagues' work styles or minor habits. Essentially, apply it whenever your peace is disturbed by something someone else is thinking, feeling, saying, or doing that is ultimately their business, not yours to manage. Number 4. What let them is not about. Important boundaries. This is critical. Let them is not about becoming a doormat or tolerating abuse, disrespect, or boundary violations. Let them does not mean letting people harm you, verbally abuse you, or consistently treat you poorly. That requires setting firm boundaries, communicating them clearly, and enforcing them, which might involve distancing yourself. It also does not mean apathy or giving up on relationships. You can still care about people and offer support or feedback when appropriate. The theory is specifically about letting go of the need to control things that are fundamentally outside your control, namely the internal states and autonomous actions of other independent human beings that don't cross your boundaries. The benefits of letting them. So what are the benefits of practicing this? When you consistently practice the let them theory, you'll likely experience significant positive outcomes. You'll likely feel reduced stress and anxiety because you're worrying less about things you can't control. You'll have increased mental and emotional energy since you stop wasting it on pointless internal battles.
Brainy Bytes.
Your relationships may improve, with less conflict arising when you stop trying to manage others. You'll probably experience greater self-acceptance as your worth isn't tied to others' approval. And you'll have more focus available for your own growth, redirecting that saved energy towards your own goals and well-being. How to put it into practice? Using the let them theory is a simple conscious practice. Here are the steps. Step 1. Notice. Become aware of the moment you feel that internal tension, that urge to control, fix, manage, or worry about what someone else is doing, thinking, or saying. Step 2. Pause. Take a breath. Resist the urge to react immediately based on that tension. Step 3. Say, let them. Silently, or whisper it if you need to. Repeat the phrase, let them, to yourself. Acknowledge their right to be who they are, even if you don't like it or agree with it. Step 4. Refocus. Consciously redirect your attention back to what you can control. This means your own thoughts, your breath, your actions, your choices in this moment. Ask yourself, what can I do now? I hope this breakdown of Mel Robbins' powerful let them theory brings you some instant peace and saves you a ton of energy. If it did, please show some love by hitting like and subscribe to join our Brainy Bytes community for more practical summaries. Want to help fuel future content like this? You can support the channel by buying me a coffee through the link below. It helps me dedicate more time to finding and summarizing these impactful books for you all. And speaking of impactful ideas, what mindset shift or self-help concept should I explore next? Let me know your suggestions in the comments. Your input drives the channel. Thanks for watching.